When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world. Septum Sin versus the world.
I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings, you're watching Septum Sen vs. the World. I'm Septum Sen, this is Kotobuki Jake, and we're here to show you what they got.
Without Anderson.
Our last take got ruined by the cat. Any case, no Gundam this week,
No.
but what we do have, you're gonna love. Take a look. Alright, well, we had quite a few things this week. Again, with our new format of stuff that we either already have or are planning on buying.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead and start us off.
Alright, so the first one this week, we'll go ahead and start Daniel Craig collection, 007 collection, I should say. Daniel Craig is, of course, everybody's favorite Bond. Not so much with some people. I don't mind him, but whatever.
Right.
So I believe we determined that this collection was Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Spectre, and Skyfall.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, so if you don't have those movies, this is your chance to get a nice, condensed little package. I already have Skyfall on Blu-ray. I do not yet have Spectre or Quantum, so it might be worth grabbing. And wasn't it a 4K release? Because you don't ever mark which ones are 4K.
I think it is a 4K
Okay.
release.
Cool.
For me, the next one is the third installment of Rob Zombie's, and I think in the last film that, God, what was his name? The guy who plays the clown guy, he had a beard. Oh, he was known for other things as well.
The guy who plays...
It was an actor that died not too long ago, but one of the main actors did die. And this was for House of a Thousand Corpses, and gosh, I can't think of the other one. But basically, the third one in the series is 3 from Hell. I will be getting it because I want to complete this, and I really want to know where they went with this because they kind of killed him off at the end of the second movie. And that's all I got on that.
Okay, so my next one is kind of an oddball, but I'm intrigued by this. There apparently, and anyone who's more familiar with the series, definitely feel free to leave comments on our lack of preparation or whatever. But apparently there was an anime in the mid-90s that has largely fallen by the wayside called Kaiji. And apparently it's about a gambler or some such thing. I mean, again, I don't know much about the original series. I've heard of it. But apparently there was a manga of this one, but there was also a manga that was a spin-off of Kaiji, and it was turned into an anime just a couple years ago. And it's being released by Sentai under the name Mr. Tonegawa Middle Management Blues. So, have another look at that picture there. That just looks fun. It got decent reviews, from what I understand. I know very little about it, but between that creepy-ass picture and the fact it got decent reviews, it is on my radar.
You gotta get that one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, one that I am very curious about, and a show that was excellent on Netflix, was The Haunting of Hill House. And this is a great time for that to release, with it being the witching hour, I guess, so to speak. It was a really well done series, really creepy, really well written, characters were good. I thought it was very well done. So well done that a one-off series is being made into an ongoing series. That good. If you haven't seen it, and you don't do Netflix, this is your time to pick it up.
This is your time.
Yes, indeed.
So, we have a Criterion release this week. Yeah. And it's a re-release. It is a film that they've released before. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at what's on this one, so I don't know how it stacks up with the original. But he has a copy here, so I will show you the original of, and I may be butchering this pronunciation, but Haxan Witchcraft Through the Ages. A film from 1922. This is an old movie. And apparently this version has a recut version from 1968 titled Witchcraft Through the Ages. So I think the new one has both. Did you find that out?
I do not know.
Yeah. This one has a decent amount of special features. So if the new one is at least as good, then that's good. But it's apparently a pseudo-documentary about the, history of witchcraft. And that may make it one of the first documentaries. If it, 1922, that's if you don't count newsreels and that kind of stuff. But I'm curious about that. And this might be a good opportunity to get it. If it might be on my list for the Criterion sale. We'll see.
So a film that scarred me when I was a young man is getting another re-release in 4K. Scarface, the Gold Edition.
Ooh.
Now I have a pretty good version of it. It is the DVD version, but that's a pretty awesome version.
Well, you
right
got
there.
the Platinum Edition. That's better than Gold.
I mean, feel that kit though. That is pretty nice quality
that is a
right
cool
there. It's got a lot of special
cover.
features.
Yeah, nice embossed cover there.
I mean, it's a cool series. It's a cool movie. It is a really good movie. It's one of the. It is one of the movies that put Al Pacino up there along with Godfather. So, it was a great. Say hello to my little friend. A lot of one-liners, and the F-bomb used more than one could definitely imagine.
And enough coke to build a snowman.
Oh my gosh.
And actually, this gave rise to one of the greatest memes ever, where they show Tony Montana with all the coke, and it says, "Do you want to build a snowman?" Actually, one of my brothers, that's like one of his all-time favorite films. I like it, but I have to admit, I always thought Scarface was way over the top. It's a full-blown opera, really, and more than a movie, without the singing, though. But it's interesting. So, a movie poised to scar a whole new generation, Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
Well, I guess you got the movie, Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Now you're kind of dedicated to getting...
Nah, hardly
them.
dedicated. But I have to admit, from what I understand, I think this is a crossover between the two TV franchises.
Yeah.
And that could be fun. Especially if they do it well.
I do want to get the original Teen Titans.
Right.
I've heard so many good things about it.
I need to get it.
And it is available. I don't want to pay the price tag. So maybe in the future.
Right. But then you will be dedicated to getting this one because it will be part of...
Oh, God. Well, the next one I've got is another pretty, a fairly high-profile one that got released. And American Gangster is getting a 4K release. And, of course, we have our big wigs here. Russell Crowe and Denzel Washington. This was really good.
Yeah.
I was really impressed. And, again, a fairly good set for the DVDs. I mean, lots of decent... special features. I don't know if I need to upgrade, but if you haven't gotten a copy of this, or you have a cheapo copy of this, yeah, definitely upgrade. It's worth an upgrade.
Yep, all that star wattage, and the only Oscar nod, I think the only nod, but the only acting nod, was for Ruby Dee for a 6 minutes of screen time. That's not enough to be a supporting actor. She did a great job. But that's why I say they need an Oscar for Best Bit Player.
And it was one of the better Ridley Scott films.
Yeah. And it is one of the only films released after Jerry Maguire where Cuba Gooding Jr.'s presence is not a cause for alarm. That one, as good as it gets, and maybe another. But anyway, the Oscar curse hit him hard.
Ah, you fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
But anyway, my last one is actually one that I'm pretty excited about. It's a series that I've really been putting off getting, partly because of the generally high price tag. But they have now combined two elements, maybe three, we're not sure.
Yeah.
But two elements of David Lynch's famed series Twin Peaks is getting a new collection this week that includes the entire... This is the original series, right? Yeah. And you don't have the new series?
No.
Okay. So this has the original series, I think it was 2 seasons, and the event series that came out recently, and we're not sure if it includes the movie Fire Walk With Me, but I tell you, he has a pretty kick-ass Criterion edition of this film. I would probably rather get this myself. I have a really ultra cheapo edition of this movie, and it is weird as hell, so I'm not in a hurry to upgrade anyway. But if it happens to be part of the set, great. If it's not, one day I'll get the Criterion set. But this is a great opportunity to get the series. Yeah. And I have actually never seen the series. I've only seen the movie.
Very strange.
Maybe one reason why I didn't make heads or tails of it.
You still can't make heads or tails of it.
But it's David Lynch. And if you know David Lynch at all, you kind of have a feeling for what you're in for. If you're a fan of David Lynch, you gotta put it on the radar at least. And I'm one to talk, but still.
Well, my last one is a combination of 3 collections that are coming out. 3 ultimate collections. The
From
first
DreamWorks Animation
is one that I have forgotten to get it, but also it has the Penguins movie on there. But it's the Madagascar Ultimate Collection.
How did you forget the Penguins?
So it has those 3 movies and the Penguins movie, and that's the collection. I think it's kind of cool because you got that, you got all those shorts. I really have debated consolidating, and that's the one of the 3 sets that I have debated more than anything else to get, because it really would. I've got like 4 of these, and I don't have all the shorts. It's got a couple episodes from the TV series. It would just be kind of cool to have it. The other one is a Shrek Ultimate Collection. Now, this one's not as big on my radar because I've got these 2. But again, it's got some of the Puss in Boots series, and I'm not here for some of. And I'm fine with what I've got. This has a lot of special features on. I mean, take a look. It's got some good ones on there.
Yeah, you say you're not here for some of, but I'm sure you'd watch a few episodes and go, I'm done.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I mean, they have some of the episodes of King Julian and so on.
Right.
And then the last is the holiday specials. And that's one I maybe because, I don't want to buy all those separately, and it kind of helps fill that thing. But
there will be some overlap because the holiday does include stuff that is included on the other 2 sets.
Yes.
But it also includes stuff that has nothing to do with either of these franchises. Yeah.
So I would be curious.
Yeah.
And I am very interested in it, especially the Madagascar one. I think I should upgrade those to Blu-ray anyway. And it would be nice to have them in just one, like, small condensed pack like this.
Right.
So, that's what we've got this week.
Yeah, I'm curious about those sets myself. That could be a lot of fun. Yep.
I mean, Shrek is worth getting. If you haven't got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the original Shrek is a classic film, and so is Shrek 2.
And this was a good film.
It is. Shrek the Third and Shrek Forever After, you can forget them. Yeah. And the Madagascars are kind of in that gray zone. They're not great films, but they're fun films. Although, strangely, I've not seen the Penguins movie. I need to see that.
Oh, it's so good. So, in any case, hope you've enjoyed this, and we will see you